Hi queens, welcome to my YouTube channel. Ladies, I'm just a little too excited, but it's been a long time coming. Anyway, let's get right into it. I'm gonna do a full installment for you guys and show you how I went from that look to this. Yes, ladies, I'm gonna get you guys all the way together, and I promise it's beginner friendly, so just sit back, stay tuned, and enjoy the show. I promise you'll learn a thing or two. Alright, so I'm about to try to explain these steps the easiest way I know how. This is how I used to install my wigs when I first started, so hopefully it helps one of you guys. First thing first, I'm cutting the lace, but instead of cutting it all the way across, I'm doing small portions. This makes it easier, and as you can see while I'm cutting it, instead of doing straight across, I'm cutting in zigzags. This just helps your lace look so much more natural when you're done. So I advise you guys to do it that way. Now I'm cutting the sides, and even that I'm about to do in small portions. This helps you focus more on what you're doing. And if you mess up, it won't be the whole wig you're messing up on. It'll just be a small portion. So I feel like that's good, right? The last part is the earpiece. I'm not even gonna kid you guys, that's like the hardest part. It took me a while to even get this part, but I find it so much more easier when you cut the lace on top of the ear. Because if you think about it, you don't have hair on your ear, right? So once you cut it on top of the ear, it just lays your sideburns flat and so natural. So this is me cutting the other side, and this is the final cut. If you want, you can leave it like this. Just, do what you have to do to make it look more natural. Leave it like this, add some baby hair, or you could glue it down or whatever you do. But this is the final look of that. So I drink wine from time to time when I'm doing my wigs or my makeup. But anyway, we're about to flatten this baby down. You can use glue, you can use got to be glue spray, or nothing at all. I usually use nothing at all, or I'll use the got to be glue spray, which you see me using right now. But I will do a video for you guys using glue, just to show you guys how I install that. But the same way I cut the lace is the same way I'm gonna be spraying and laying that baby down. I'm doing it in small portions, and I'm starting with the top part. I feel like once you do the top part, it's so much more easier to do the sides. So start with your top part. Next thing you're about to see me do is the sides after that. And once you spray that spray, or even use the glue, make sure it's dry a little bit before you put that lace on that section, just so that the lace can lay flat down. So now that I'm done with everything, I'm taking out some hair to do my baby hair. So before I even start on my baby hair, I'm about to tie this baby down, and I'm about to pluck some of this hair. As you guys know, this is curly hair, and it's a lot of hair. I want the front to look as natural as possible, so I'm plucking some more hair. If you guys want to see a video of how I pluck my hair, let me know, and I'll make a video of that for you guys. Just leave a comment or something. So once that's done, this is the look, and I'm about to start cutting my baby to do the baby hair. Instead of using scissors, I'm using this small blade. You could use scissors. I usually use both, whichever one works for me at that moment. And of course, I'm using mousse. And again, just like I did the gluing and the cutting, the lace, I'm doing the same thing with my baby hair. I'm doing it in small portions. It's so important for beginners to know that if you're going to do this, do it in small portions. I'm telling you guys, this is what helped me. Once I learned how to do it in small portions, I was able to do it all the way through with no problem. So if you can do it in small portions, do it in small portions first. I'm starting with the middle part again, the top part, and I'm working with that baby hair. You know what, guys? Use what works best for you. I'm using the spoolie. That's what works best for me. That's what I've always used. I just find it to work easier rather than me using like a small brush or a comb. So that's what I use. But the most important thing is when you do your baby hair, take your time. I also find it easier to work with baby hair when it's short. So I would say for beginners, maybe cut the baby hair that you're going to use short, so when you are playing with it, it's not as hard to work with. And you know what? Use as much mousse as possible. I'm only saying this because if you messed up with your baby hair, as long as you're using a lot of mousse, you can redo it. Play with it. Make it work for you. Mousse is not the only thing I use, to be honest. I use gel and I also use edge control. That's lovely to work with. But just use what works best for you. But just know when you're doing this part, just take your time and just play with it. Play with it as if you would play with your own baby hair. That's how I had to look at it before I learned how to do it the way that I like doing it. So yeah, just play with it until you get it a way that you're like, okay, I could work with this look. I could go outside and I won't have people clocking me. You know what I mean? And pow! Honey, do y'all see this? This is the look that we are going for. Okay? Okay, so next step, you can leave it just like that, tie it down, and be like, boom, I'm done. Or if you're just like me, because obviously there's something wrong with me, I just love when my hair look perfect. You go back in with makeup and you just put it anywhere that you think the lace or the hair stuff could look more natural. Just put it there and play with it. And I always put makeup on my parts, whether they're side parts or middle parts. I always put makeup on my parts because look at that. Like, look at that. You can't tell me that hair is not coming out of my scalp. So I do that because I love when my hair look more natural, especially when it's a wig. I don't like having a wig on when people be like, oh, she got a wig on. No, I don't want you to know that I have a wig on, so I do it as natural as possible. I also add some spray at the end before I tie it because I want that baby hair and that to look like it's coming out of my scalp. And once you're done with that, tie it, and guess what? You are almost there. So I know you guys are looking like, what just happened? But yes, I did my makeup. I went from 0 to 100 real quick. I don't know about you guys, but once my hair is done, I don't know how to act. I want my makeup done. I want to look good. I want to feel popping. I want to, I just don't know how to act. So I had to do my makeup. But anyway, let's get back into this video. The next step is to flatten that hair as much as possible. I know it's curly hair, but you still want to flatten the top part as well as the sides, just to have it look more natural when you're done with it. When you wet it, it'll look so much more better. So yeah, just flatten it. And if you don't have a hot comb, don't worry about it. You can always use a straightener or anything else. I'm also using a polish wax. To be honest, I hardly even use this. I usually use the polish spray that I have, but I didn't have that in front of me, so I'm using the wax. But yes, just get it to your liking, especially if it's curly hair. Just get it to your liking, get it to the way you want. And once that is done, start wetting and using whatever you want to use to curl the hair up. For me, I'm using water and mousse. You could also use curl activators. You could use gel or whatever you want to use. But the mousse and the water is what was in front of me, so that's what I used to curl it down. I also did it in small portions. I know I didn't put it in this part of the video, but I did it in small portions. And I combed and brushed it down. And do you guys see this? This is the final look. This is what we were working for. This is what we were working for. This is the final look, okay? Okay, so technically that should have been the end of the video, but I wanted to be all extra and whatever, so I went along and styled the hair a little more. But I didn't do much to it. I just did like 2 little braids in the front. I left some curls out in the back, and I did like 2 little things in the front as well. I also wet the hair a little more. For some reason, it wasn't as wet as I wanted it to be, so I also did that. But honestly, I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned at least one thing from my video. Like, seriously, guys. Oh, hold up. Do y'all see that? Like, look at that. But anyway, if you guys did like it, you could subscribe to my channel, like, leave a comment, or follow me on Instagram. Do whatever. Thank you, ladies.